Warm greetings everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore 64. I'm looking at a game we reviewed on quite a few systems now. This one is called Stormlord, published by Hewson in 1989. It's a platform puzzler, if you haven't seen the other videos there. But we'll see how this one plays. The other ones, good music on this version. The other versions we played Spectrum, Mega Drive and Commodore Amiga. Although they looked good graphically, the gameplay was somewhat lacking and I struggled with it. But basically, we control this Viking-like character and we must rescue fairies trapped in orbs on various bits. So let's see how we go here. Jumping seems a little bit awkward. Press fire button, we can fire. Hold it down and press arrow. So we can't get through that chain. So we need to get this key first of all. And it was too easy to die on the other versions, and it looks like it's very easy to die here. Right, we've got a key. So check out the Mega Drive reviews, the Commodore Amiga reviews and the ZX Spectrum to see what you think of this thing. Music is great, yeah, better than the Spectrum version. It's very, very spooky. I could listen to the music alone. So on the bottom right is how many fairies we need to collect. It's 5 there, and it does have a day and night cycle if you survive long enough, which you probably won't. Right, let's try and get the time in here. Can we get it? No, you're dead. Yes, it's got a lot of lives in this game. And now, Ghosts and Goblins had a lot of lives there, but it was fair gameplay, although tricky. This one is extremely awkward, and the jumping seems a bit flawed also, but that might be just the way I'm playing the thing. These reviews, if you don't already, are from the standpoint of what your first or second go would have been like, and not walkthroughs there or anything like that. How does it sound? How does it play? What are your first impressions? And as a fickle kid who knows nothing, would have been enough there for you to go and play it again. Here, as I say, great music, great atmosphere, great coding and a piece to look at, but poor again. Now, we've got these well, springboards, should we say here. In the 16-bit versions, a bird would fly down and take you to the destination. Here it's a big springboard. I did prefer the birdie. So we've rescued one angel, or one fairy, and let's go back again. If you had this game back in the day, let me know, and also please subscribe if you haven't already. That helps the channel grow in a very competitive marketplace. There's a bit of a puzzle element to this as well, so by collecting an umbrella, or there's a honeypot underneath there, we try to solve further bits. But yes, to answer your question that you haven't answered, I haven't got a level 1 on any single version. I definitely need a guide, so too difficult for me to, you know, have gone back to, but as a people that have persisted with it and got some skills, they would have liked it and they would have enjoyed it and it would have been a tour de force. But it precludes enjoyment of anyone that's an average game player like I would have been. I would have been quickly trying to play something else. If I were getting it free in the playground, I would have copied over it, or I would have played something else quite quickly. So yes, poor gameplay at the moment. It's all about different opinions, of course. I'm not sure what this scored back in the day, but if they were just scoring it for graphics and music alone, it scored very, very highly. There's a bit of nudity in the game, but not a great deal by today's standards. I think it might get worse the further you get on. Right, so get the key. How do you get past this thing? I don't know. What's the time in there? I don't know either. It looks blooming impossible, unless there's an item you can collect to make it a little bit easier. Some people might be doing their tips below. Well, you know, please do if you want to, but not huge paragraphs and stuff, because, as I say, it's not that kind of a channel. People still don't get it. But music is absolutely phenomenal. How many times have I mentioned that? Quite a few. It's Stormlord. Had a sequel called Stormlord 2 Deliverance, which had come out on the ZX Spectrum at least. Not sure what else it come on. Okay. If you want to see other Commodore 64 games we've reviewed, there's a link to that in the description below, so do check out that description. Or you can go to the channel page, I think there's a link to that as well. But if you click on my username, that'll take you there. Also, click on the playlist tab, have a look around there, the Twitter X page, or Facebook if you're on that. Subscribe, give that a like too. Hit the bell notification to see when new videos are going up. But as I say, we do put it on social media as well, along with a load of other stuff. Hooray! Come on, Nick, you can do this, can you? I'm not absolutely sure. Now, if you weren't here, I would have turned this off already. I sort of half expected what was going to be here, but I was hoping for some don't know, some major lift with the gameplay and me having a eureka moment where I suddenly work out what to do. Now it might be just my controller that I'm using, but I'm finding jumping extremely awkward here, so I might not be getting the best out of it, especially doing a long jump there. It just seems to be stopping a bit. Don't know what's going on here. So I think we covered Stormlord and just about everything it come out on. Obviously it come out on DOS, which we don't seem to cover at the moment. Haven't covered it on Amstrad CPC. So, I've pretty much said all I'm going to say about this game. A child's imagination can take you so far. That was a similar criticism by Psygnosis games on the Commodore Amiga, which was to come later. That they looked really, really good and the sound was really good, although the gameplay was tricky. That's true to an extent, but it was easier than this thing was, and it's pretty unforgiving with some of these timings. I don't really feel like I got much of a chance in a lot of the areas. On other versions I might have got a bit further than this, only because I'm finding the jumping so awkward to live with. That just might be my controller or the way I'm playing the thing. Anyway, first experience to count for everything. I wouldn't have gone back, but it's a shame really. I want to love this game, but I can't do just because of that difficulty level. Anyway, let's sing along to the music. Bing-a, 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 bing-a bong. Mind you, when I'm saying binga 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 bong, that takes really the scariness away from the music. It started off creepy, now it's getting a bit, electro keyboard jazz type and stuff. If you are currently somewhere on a keyboard playing electro something jazz type stuff, and you're dressed as a fairy, then comment in the comment section below. There's a place for everyone in this new world. Didn't used to be, but now there is. You can identify as what you want. A fairy, a goblin, a Viking, or even a tent peg. If you currently identify as a tent peg or a garden fence, then comment in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Is it tough getting a job as a garden fence unless you want to work in the garden? Let us know. Anywho, I don't want to get any further than this. That thing's never going to blow up soon, which seems rather unfair. It's just a plant spitting up a big purple ball up in the air, waiting for someone to walk into it and die. Normally you'd sprint past this, wouldn't you? What's the time in here? God knows. I don't think there is one. Let's test it out. No, see, dead straight away. Pointless. Pointless exercise. Frustrating. Frustrating. Extremely frustrating. I can't go past that chain. We can only get round it with the springboard. I mean, yes. Let's get out of here. This game is flawed. It doesn't been play tested properly. This is a huge shame because it could have been absolutely magnificent. It could have been a magnificent game. Sound is the highlight of the thing, isn't it, to be honest with you? So I won't be returning to this, I don't think. For those who don't know, I didn't own a Commodore 64 back in the day. I owned a ZX Spectrum. There was a big fight in the playground by many, what was the best, and fight to the death sometimes. That's a lie, but you know what I mean. And what was best for Spectrum Commodore 64, and without any knowledge of the other system, you'd always shout down the system that you owned. But as an adult, you still find that between adults now, which I think is a bit weird. But I try and look at the games as a historian. Each computer has its own strengths and weaknesses. Some versions are better on some computers, some are better than others. And I just like seeing the differences as well. So I'm not going to scream one's rubbish and one's good, because, you know, it's 8-bit gaming. And this channel was all about relieving stress. Kaboom! Yes, there we go. Thank you to those members that are keeping the channel going. If you are a member, I want to offer you more, but time is a bit limited. I have to work every hour there. But anyway, for those who subscribe, don't currently do any live streams or live blogs, which it pains me greatly. But if you subscribe, well, if you if you're a paid member, you get to see what 6 videos we're covering in the following weeks. It's a huge schedule we're maintaining as we try and see everything ever. And this game is a big frustrating fest. I think if I get the honey, I might be able to tempt those bee things away to get that fairy there. That's getting the second one. As we said, I think I get a great distance on this, and probably the worst I've done on all the versions. So great graphically, looks stunning, but there's not much there really in terms of playability. So I hope you like to have a look at that one. That was Stormlord on the Commodore 64, played by Hewson in 1989, a rather frustrating platform puzzler. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway, let's sing along to the music. Bing a bing a bing a bing a bong. Bong.